Welcome to the part of my offerings, beloved. So let me just give you a quick explanation, if you will, about the offerings, right? And it depends on what you are searching for. So if you're searching for having a powerful morning practice and routine, or even night routine, this is where your sadhana will be, right? So you can find it, you can just give it a little click where it is down below. And what it is a practice that is designed for you based on your numerology. And this is all based in the Kundalini Yoga tradition. I love Kundalini Yoga. It actually has helped me and it still does, helps me dearly in my life. It's the first practice that I do every single morning and I do not miss it. Even if I have to cut it to 5 minutes, I'm there because that is the time that I connect with divinity, that I connect with divinity as it all, right? But also my own divinity. It's almost like plugging back in, right? Like recharging. It's like whenever you have to recharge your phone and computer, right? So I'm recharging myself before anything else happens in the world. And most of the time, I do this at 5 a.m., depending on the day, at 6 a.m., right? I am a morning person. I understand that some people are not, okay? And this will be something that you get, so we get to chat about it first, right? Then I do your numerology chart. I send everything to you. And I also send you a practice, a video practice, so that you can follow along. Okay. Then we do have a call of 30 minutes afterwards, after you've been practicing that for 2 weeks to see if what's happening, if you have any questions, if anything else is arising. So then I can also be there of support for you. If you need more guidance after that or more support, then I encourage you to have an integration session. So the integration session is just to help you to, if you have questions, right? And again, if anything else is popping up, because when we do the work, things will pop up, right? What is it that you know that you need? What kind of support do you need? And what questions do you have about what has been happening to you? And so most of the time, I also do a little clearing into your energetics, right, in your chakras, so you go back to balance, right? So it's the sadhana practice, or if you do not want to try that out and you want something different, we also talk about this, right? So what is your time? What is the perfect time, if you will, that you need, and what are your goals, right? So the sadhana kundalini yoga will help you in all with all the elements, right? And to me has been one of the most direct and faster modalities that have helped me to heal. But I understand that it might not be for everybody else, right? For some people, yes. If there's something different that you're just looking to just be present, right? To just, again, plug in and not take so much time, if you will, right? Because a lot of times the sadhana, the shortest part or the shortest practice that you could have could be about 20 minutes, okay? So if that seems like too much for you, you want to start slow and slow is slow, we work with that as well, okay? So that is if you're looking for a routine. And let me tell you that this is your foundation. You need a routine. You need something that, again, plugs you back in, right? So you are recharging yourself with the energies of life, with energies of divinity, whatever it is that you call it, right? You're worthy of that. So then your cup is full and you can give yourself to different, right, your energies to different people, maybe to your family, right, your work, without feeling overwhelmed, because every day you are refilling your cup, and perhaps throughout the day, okay? Now, if you are going through a major shift in your life, that could be divorce, that could be you're moving countries or a breakup, or maybe there's just something in your inner world that is happening. You have no idea what's going on or what to do about it. So the first thing that I recommend is an energy reading. So then we know what is present in you, okay? And what is your inner world trying to tell you and trying to guide you to, because energy does not lie. In this session, I share everything with you through in voice, right? And afterwards, if you have questions, then we go through the questions. And a lot of times also at the end of the session, I give you some little practices that you can do for that. Okay, moving forwards with that, if you would like to go deeper into it and work through what was present in the energy reading, We have the alchemy sessions, right? So in the alchemy sessions, we do the work. You and I. I'm guiding you, I'm holding your hand throughout it all. And again, we work through releasing the ancestral trauma. So, ancestral trauma can also be found in the inner child wound, the mother wound, the father wound, the self wound, right? Like all these things, right? And also in the earth wound, right? Because we're part of her. So, depending on that, there's different practices that I guide you through, and all of them have an activation, a meditation, and I guide you to do this healing, right? And we're doing this together again. There's messages that come through, and I share everything openly with you in voice, right? Voice out loud, so that you are aware of that. I normally recommend to have an integration session after that, after a couple weeks, right? So then it's like, okay, we're not just doing the work over and over and over again, but we're taking a little pause to be like, okay, now I'm different. How do I get to know these new energies in me, this new me, right? Because it's completely different than the one that showed up during the session, okay? And if you have questions about what's happening, or if there's just clarifications, right? We talk about it. I channel messages for you too. And I give you practices as well. So then it can help you in the integration process, right? So imagine this, the new version of yourself that is right here, and this is you, right, that just release so much things. So what happens in the energies, they're merging, they're becoming one, right? And this is what happens in the integration process, right? So if there's a lot of tension, it will happen, but it might take a little bit longer. If we take pause, right, and not do the shadow work, right, the alchemy over and over and over again, then we have the time to let the self be welcome into you, the new you, the version that is here on the earth, right? Because this self wants to feel also safe, right? And most of the time we feel safe when there's no much things going on, right? There's no much tension going on. So then you can do that in a better and faster way. If you're just looking for a reset and feeling good and balancing your chakras, the alchemy session can also be as a Reiki session. So this is what we talk about before, prior to that. And also why I invite you to set up a free consultation. And because in the free consultation that we chat, right? We get to know each other. And then from there I sense, okay, what will be the best for you, right? And of course, if that doesn't feel good for you, then you can tell me and say, like, no, I just prefer to do Reiki and to balance my chakras and all these things. And that's okay, right? Because again, I'm here to serve you. I'm here to hold space for you and to love you as you are. So if you prefer Reiki and just lay down and I do the energy, and then afterwards we talk about what was present, right? That's great. We do that as well. Most of the time in the alchemy sessions, we use somatic breath work if there's something so intense that is happening in you. And again, I'm there helping you and guiding you and through all of it. And after the practice, then we do a little healing journey together, right? So again, this depends on what's present and what will be best for you without overwhelming your system, because as it is in humanity, there's many things that overwhelm us, yeah? So we don't want to go there. We want to go into balance, restoration, right? Resetting in a gentle, loving way that is also direct.